45 days for me is like a whole year. I'll be the first one to have it in Dubai. I had a lot of fun with my Land Cruiser turbocharged. I had a lot of fun with the Nissan. Obviously, the same thing with the Nissan. I had the big SE Y62 manual. I had the complete exhaust done. I had the bonnet changed to a fiber bonnet, Nismo body kit, inside and out, A to Z. And then I left it there. I left it there, so it takes me back and forth to Al Ain and come back. And then that's when I felt like I've been playing a lot. It's enough playing. I should buy a series car. That's where I sold both of the cars. I started collecting my money, looking for a buyer to sell my Lexus. And then that went out for a week or two, I think, until I sold my Lexus. I sold my Lexus. I was like, I'm getting the Sobra. But I have still more money after I buy the Sobra. So I was thinking, what would be good for a second car? What should I get? I was still looking through the Sobras, so I saw this account on YouTube of this guy which had the whole 2020 cars lined up, all in purple, all in white wheels, which gave me an idea about the Jeep Gladiator. By the time, I still haven't seen any reviews or any pictures or anything about the Jeep Gladiator. So I went through, looked about a bunch. I found out it comes in Hellcat, it comes in all the different engine versions, yeah. And the car was totally modifiable. And it being a Jeep, the mods on it are never ending. Well, you can do whatever you like with the car. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the new Supra and I'm gonna get the new Gladiator. These two cars aren't on the streets. Nobody has seen them for quite some time. It's gonna be something special to have them both at the same time, especially when they have just been launched and they still haven't hit the markets yet. So I wanted to order a Jeep. I called my friend and told him I want a Gladiator, this specifications, this color and everything. He told me it would need about 45 days until it gets shipped. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it from America since still haven't hit the markets yet here. So we were discussing the prices and everything. I found the car that I was looking for. I went there to his showroom and I swiped the card. I bought the car. I had to wait 3 or 4 days until the transaction is done, so he can buy the car over there in Canada. Because the thing is, in US, if I'm gonna go buy the car from US, I'm gonna have to register the car and pay the taxes in the US and in Dubai, and that would round up to around 70,000 just in taxes. So that was the bump I hit. After that, we found the one in Canada. So that was a good alternative. The car will be shipped in almost GCC specifications because odometer was in kph, not miles. So I did the payment. I had finished the payment. After I finished the payment, we're still waiting for the transaction to be done. He tells me there is a Jeep that just got released from the Jamarak. So I was like, yeah, but I remember that he was asking a very high price on it, and plus it was the low specifications. I was like, no, it's not the Sport, it's the Sport S. And he told me like, either way, you're modifying the car, so nothing will stay stock on the car. So why are you giving that much importance and paying that much more if you're either way changing everything? And then I started to think about it and thinking about everything. I was like, 45 days for me is like a whole year. I can't wait that long. And plus, I'll be the first one to have it in Dubai, because that was literally the first car here in Dubai. So I told the guy, give me a day to think about it. Almost 30 minutes after I leave the car, the guy, I call him back. I told him, as soon as the amount gets fully transferred into your account, I want you to withdraw the amount, go to the guy that has the Jeep, and pay him in full. So that whole thing took from Thursday to Sunday, and by Monday, I was in front of the car. Everything's done. The payment has been made. All I have to do is register the car. So I take the I tell them to send the car for the test, for the RTA test. So they take the car over there, and there's another delay. I told them, what is the delay for? I'm doing everything to be done as fast as possible. So why am I getting delayed? He told me that since this is the first car here in Dubai, they need your car to take all the measurements, specifications, and blah 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 to put inside the system, because this is the first Gladiator. They don't know what to register the car under. So I told them, okay, we waited the day. By the next day, my car got registered as the first Gladiator in Dubai, and I took it out on Monday. I drove it straight to AM Wrangler, that shop that modifies Jeeps. So I reach there and I see another Gladiator that is black, and I'm like, how is there another Jeep in the country? I'm supposed to have the only one. They told me, no, that's the first one that arrived in Abu Dhabi, and yours is the first one that arrived in Dubai. So the guy that had the black one had already ordered, I think, some shocks for it. So he was installing that shocks. So I walked around the garage, I saw the parts, I met the guys, the Jeepers, I got to know them. We had some conversations here and there, and a few days later they called me back. They told me that they want to take the measurements and dimensions of the car, because their car hasn't arrived yet, and they want parts, to order some parts for the car. So I told them it's fine. I sent my car over there, and what I thought was they were gonna lift the car, they were gonna measure everything, and see how the measurements and diameters are. The moment I reached the garage, I entered the car. I see my car lift up on the jake, a Chinese guy standing right beside it, and around 3,000 points all around my car. So I'm like, what are these black points? What are they doing? They had my car covered completely, doing a 3D scan of the car. They had the complete scan of the car on the computer, 3D image of the exact replica of my car. So they told me, now we can modify it on the computer, we can do whatever we like without having the car. And if you want a copy of the 3D image, we obviously can send that to you. They told me as a gesture of thankfulness, we've installed you the Rubicon lights, which I was going all the way around looking for them. So they had the Rubicon lights for the newer model, so they installed that for me, and that's the story of my Jeep. 'Cause that's the thing with my cars. Usually, they usually only last about a year until I get bored and scrap off to another build.